Hello, I'm Koala, and welcome to my workshop. Now I have some sad news for the Rec Room Tales. Since I no longer play the game Rec Room, it's very hard for me to spend time towards those stories. So instead, I'll be creating videos where I talk about the ideas for some of the stories I had. This first one will be on YouTube, whereas the future ones will be exclusive to my Patreon. As you probably read in the title, this one is about Jumbotron. Now, after Arcade, the following video wouldn't have been Jumbotron. Instead, it would have been a story called Rust. This would have been a story establishing the world for Jumbotron. Metacorp is ruining the planet, people losing their jobs, only to be replaced by robots. In turn, the people become homeless. The world is being turned into metal, neglected, and becoming rust. The leader of Amber Overdrive, Rebel Rose, is a smuggler stealing supplies from Metacorp, helping those in need. One being a man called Marvin, who gets recruited by Emerald Syndicate, whose leader is Hacker Hawkins. He's training an army of Marines, while also hacking the system. He discovers the person in charge of Metacorp is actually a robot, Jumbotron. Marvin introduced Hawkins and Rose, hoping to get weapons. During the meeting, they get an alert informing them bots have found their location, which ends Rust. If you look in the laser tag map, the one with the city, a lot of this lore has been placed around there. All I've done is been using that as inspiration. Jumbotron begins with our characters from Arcade, who have got sucked into the game, The Rise of Jumbotron. Marty, Jason, Sarah and Cindy. They're in the character selection menu. Jason chooses Marvin Marine, Marty, Hacker Hawkins, Cindy, Rebel Rose, and Sarah chooses Smuggler Skylar. They go into the lobby where they get their guns, except for Sarah. In her place is an NPC. In the video, that character would have been played in screen mode to get the automated movements. No idea what's happened to Sarah, they gather their guns and enter the first level. They progress through the levels, fighting the bots. Eventually, one of them gets killed. Upon revival, there's an announcement saying 2 lives remaining. They learn that each of them has 3 lives. In the level known as The Bridge, the NPC is shot and killed. The 3 proceed to the next level. This is where we meet up with Sarah, who's at the ship when suddenly bots appear. This is the flight deck level. Marty, Jason and Cindy join the level aiding Sarah. The following level is the space level, where the characters are unable to talk to each other. They proceed through the levels, losing lives as things get tougher, eventually arriving at the boss level. They break one of the screens, causing a wave of bots. Once they're defeated, they break another screen and another wave is spawned. They realise they need to break both screens at the same time. Jason and Sarah go to one, Marty and Cindy to the other. Tension rises as they don't time it right. Marty and Cindy's screen breaks first, and a wave is spawned. Jason gets shot. Marty rushes over to help, but also gets shot. Cindy is on her last life and doesn't want to move. Sarah tells her not to risk it. Cindy runs over to Marty, revives him, and they start shooting the wave. Sarah manages to break the screen. They defeat Jumbotron and the robots all crash. Our 4 heroes are freed from the game, back in the lobby. On the arcade screen, there's a cutscene of the playable characters. Rose and Hawkins saying all the bots have been deactivated, and now they have to rebuild. The arcade machine sparks and crashes. They see Jason has poured water over the machine, as he says to make sure no one else gets trapped. Christopher finds them, asking what game they would like to play next. Instead, they all go back to detention. That was my plan for the Rise of Jumbotron. As I said in the beginning of this video, future scrap stories will be exclusive to my Patreon, so if you're curious what could have been, feel free to have a look and sign up. I already have another scrap story on there, titled The Hunter. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.